Hi guys, welcome back. It's really coming down today, so I hope you can hear me. But I'm out here today. I'm starting a new series of videos called Bushcraft Beginnings, and the videos within this series are going to be about the essential requirements that you would need to start off in bushcraft. So the first video in this series is about ferro rod techniques. So a couple of things to share before we start, guys. Remember when using a ferro rod that you want to concentrate your sparks where you want them to go and make sure that your tinder's dry. Let's get started then. So this is what I'm talking about. This is your ferro rod. Okay. Comes in all different shapes and sizes. This one is just a cheap thing from Amazon. I think it was about $6. And what I'm using to strike the ferro rod today is the Mora Bushcraft Black. Got one of the best 90-degree spines in the business, this knife. It's got a 90-degree spine all the way down to the tip. So you can strike the ferro rod here, here, and right at the tip as well. A lot of ferro rods come with their own strikers as well. This is the one that came with that, but I prefer to use the knife. But I would say carry one of these anyway, guys, because it's useful to have a secondary way to strike it. So essentially it's a sharp piece of metal and we're grinding material off the ferro rod and it creates a shower of sparks which we can use to ignite our tinder. Okay, so I'll try it with just to show you with the striker first. Yep. I'll show you with a knife. So, same thing, right? Pretty cool. This is my wee fire pouch I've showed you guys before. So what I'm going to be using to light our fires today with is a good old bit of fat wood that I got from a Scots pine tree. So what you'll find often in the bushcraft community is, like I say, guys prefer to use knives because not only can you strike your ferro rod with it, but you can process your material as well. So we use the 90-degree spine to take fine shavings from the fat wood. So just like this, grab your knife, put your thumb like that, and just begin to scrape some of the fat wood off. And you should begin to get something like that. You see that? So we're just going to create a wee pile of that. And this, like I say, this is a very popular method to start a fire using fat wood. And if you can get it, if you know how to get it, I can make a video about how to get fat wood in the future. So this is probably going to be pretty challenging for us today because it's raining and this log that I've chose to do this on is pretty wet. But that's the beauty of fat wood and ferro rod. Often they work fine when it's wet, or they do work fine when it's wet. I mean, even if you dunk your ferro rod in a river and take it out again, it will still work. So the first technique we're going to talk about is the spray and pray. This is what you'll see often in beginners, where they'll just try and saturate the area, typically from too far away and not using the appropriate tinder. So let's see what that looks like. So the spray and pray. This is what you'll see some guys do. They're too far away. Like I mentioned earlier, the sparks are not concentrated next to your tinder enough. So the chances of starting a fire like that is going to be pretty tough. Always want to concentrate your sparks as close as you can to your tinder source. Right, the next technique is called the Napalm Death, is what I would like to call it. So essentially you're going to be saturating your tinder in the most amount of sparks possible, typically in one strike to get your fire going. So I'll show you a couple of ways to do that. You want to try and pile it up like a wee pyramid. That helps to try and keep your fat wood off the wet surface as well. So you can see I'm not having much luck with this. Oh, there we go, just as I said that. So I took more strikes than what I would like, but it's wet today. The surface I'm trying to light it on is wet. Yeah. I'm going to scrape up some more fat wood and show you the next technique, which I call the machine gun. Typically you see guys doing this when Napalm Death has failed, and they'll try the machine gun technique. So I'll show you that and you'll see what I mean. So, machine gun technique. So in this technique we're going to be placing the tip of our ferro rod next to the tinder, not right on top of it. Like I said, you don't want to smother anything, you don't want to smash into it and ruin it. So right on the edge here, I'm going to put my knife at an angle like that, so not straight on the ferro rod, at an angle, and I'm going to go like that. And this is what I call the machine gun. There we go. So I quite like that one. You can see it's pretty effective. So the next technique I call just a tip. Okay, with just a tip, similar to the machine gun, you want to get your tip close into your tinder. Okay. I must admit it's not my favourite technique. A lot of the, I don't know if I can call it, more traditional bushcrafters like Ray Mears and Paul Kirtley use this technique. Personally I find it too fiddly. So essentially what you're going to be doing is utilising just the tip. And what they do is use your thumb to push off some fine scrapings from the ferro rod. First of all, right? And then try and push a bit faster. Like that. So you can see, I find it a bit fiddly, maybe you agree or not, but it is a valid technique, plenty of guys use it. I just never use it, to be honest. Oh, we had a flame there. There we go. We got there. So the last technique is super exciting, and I'm really excited to show you guys this one because I've only just learnt it in the last few months and it's really cool. I really like it. It's probably my go-to ferro rod technique at the moment. So all credit to Felix Imler, I'm probably totally destroying his name, but he's the Bushcraft guy on YouTube that does all the Swiss Army knife videos. And that's where I first learned this technique, and I haven't really seen anyone else use it. So I'm therefore calling this technique the Felix. So with this technique, folks, what you're going to be doing is something completely different. So, put your knife down like that, with your tinder in front of your blade like that. Okay. You're going to put your ferro rod on the spine of your knife like that, and you're going to pull it like that. Very easy, very cool. I use this one a lot now. I just love it. So there you have it, 5 super awesome ferro rod techniques that you can try out yourself. Luckily we were successful with all 5 techniques today, so that was pretty cool. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of the content today and what future content you'd like to see. Technique based videos like that, sharing skills and stuff like that. If you like what you've seen today, like and subscribe for more. Take care folks, see you later.